All right, we have Judy and we have Andea. She's got an auto harp. She has a ukulele. You may not be able to see it down there, but this will just be great fun. So thank you, ladies, very much for coming. Take it away.
Where are they from?
Where are they from? Where are you from?
I'm from Verona. I line dance here with some of the gals, and this is how I got to know people. And Andrea?
I'm from Oregon here.
Did you say Verona?
Verona, yes.
I just see Bernice Hamilton there.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Is it Verona, Italy, or Verona, Wisconsin?
Yeah,
That has to be Jane.
I left yesterday to get here. It's Verona, Wisconsin.
But they were in our camping club.
Oh.
Don and Bernice Hamilton.
I don't know.
You don't?
Okay, I don't know that.
Anna Maria Reiner?
That name sounds familiar, but I don't know.
She's been here for years.
My husband was raised in Verona, so he knows all the people, more so than I do. So whenever he goes to the store, he doesn't come back an hour and a half later, and I know he's ran into somebody, you know? And then when we were out together and there's somebody, he says, who is that? And I was like, well, I don't know, I didn't live here. So anyway. Okay, this is an auto harp, in case you don't know. Johnny Cash's mother-in-law, June Carter Cash, played the auto harp, and her famous song was Wildwood Flower. I'm not gonna play that for you today, but I just wanted you to know a little bit more about the instrument. Okay, tell us about.
And I have what's called a concert size ukulele. So there's small ones that are tiny, and those are sopranos, and there's concerts, there's tenors, and there are basses that look a little bit more like a small guitar. And they have, all four have four strings on them, and you play the different chords, but the basses and the tenors have different chords than the rest of us.
And
Go ahead.
a lot of the songs today, you're going to know the melody, but you're not gonna know the words because we're playing a lot of parodies. So you're going to have to turn up your hearing and listen to the words because they're not going to be familiar to you. And this first song that we're going to sing is called Seven Old Ladies. This version is best known as the American Body song. So that tells you it's kind of a barroom song that we had to clean up to bring here. So we're going to, I gotta put my shawl on because I dropped it. Because we're going to be, whoops, where is it?
You're doing real well so
So
far.
far? Yeah, not so. Anyhow, so here we go. Here's the shawl thing.
Don't get a
Okay,
ton of rubber
so we look like the
strings.
seven old ladies. And I was gonna tell you, I don't know how you gals are, and I'm sorry for your being the only gentleman here, but I think you can appreciate this. Whenever women go somewhere together, when one gets up to go to the bathroom, they all do. So that's what this song is about. It's these seven old ladies. Okay.
And the first part we're going to do is we're going to teach you the chorus so you can sing along with us. And what it is a simple echo, and we're going to demonstrate it the first time, and then Judy will lead it the second time, and I'll help you do your part, and then we'll show you how it ends.
Okay. Start it?
Yep.
Tra-la-la,
Tra-la-la,
tra-la-lee,
tra-la-lee,
tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
no way.
Let's do it again a couple times.
I'll help you with the no way.
Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee,
Tra-la-lee,
tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
no way.
Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Dear, dear, what can the matter be? Seven old ladies got stuck in the lavatory. They were there from Sunday to Saturday. Nobody knew they were there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
No way.
They said they were going to have tea with the vicar, so they went in together. They thought it was quicker, but the lavatory door was a bit of a sticker, so the vicar had tea all alone. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
No way.
The first to come in was Penelope Humphrey. She sat on the bowl and arranged herself comfy. When she tried to get up, she couldn't get her bum free, and nobody knew she was there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. The second old lady was Emily Clancy. She went there 'cause something tickled her fancy. But when she got there, it was ants in her pantsy, and nobody knew she was there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. The third old lady, her name was Margaret. Put in a penny and straight in she darted. But oh, what a waste, 'cause she only and everybody knew she was there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. The fourth old lady was Amelia Garpickle. She hurdled the door, she forgot her nickel. Her urge was sincere, her reaction was fickle, and nobody knew she was there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. The fifth to come in was old Mrs. Draper, so proper that ne'er a bad word would escape her. But oh, what she said when she ran out of paper, and nobody knew she was there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. The next old lady was an athlete named Myrtle. She hopped on top like a steeplechase hurdle, but her glasses were hooked on the stay of her girdle, and nobody knew she was there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. The last one in was Mrs. McBlyde. She went in to sip from her bottle of rye. She slipped through the hole and fell in with a cry, and nobody knew she was there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. The janitor came in next Monday morning and found to his horror, without any warning, 7 Johns with old ladies adorning, and nobody knew they were there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. Dear, dear, what can the matter be? 7 old ladies got stuck in the lavatory. They were there from Sunday to Saturday. Nobody knew they were there. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-lee, tra-la-lee, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No way. So long. This has got to come off or I'm going to pass out. Okay.
So did you find that song somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You didn't make it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well, we've changed some of the words and we've edited some of them
Yes.
to our liking, and some of them we had to clean up, like I
Okay.
said before, but.
Volume. Turn up the volume on that.
On this?
Yeah.
On both? I don't know how we can. Can we pull the mic down?
Yeah, we put the mic on. Down.
Better?
Better?
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
You want to move up closer?
Let's see if we're
Well,
up.
you've got to hear it.
We're up at the top now, so.
Can you hear it back there?
Sure.
Could you hear it while we were singing?
I don't know.
All right, so the next one, Andrea, take it away. This
All
one's
right,
yours.
the next one, song we're going to do is called
I gotta leave pretty
Spanish
soon anyway. I gotta go to Stone Hospital.
Pipe Dream, and it was released by John Prine in 1971, but it was also made famous by John Denver.
One, two, three. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol. And I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. Well, she pressed her chest against me about the time the jukebox broke. Yeah, she gave me a peck on the back of the neck, and these are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I sat there at that table and I acted real naive, for I knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the bar room and she did the hoochie coo. Yeah, she sang her song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I was young and hungry and about to leave that place, when just as I was leaving, well, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answer. She said, no, but I'm gonna try. And to this very day we've been living our way, and here is the reason why.
We blew off the TV,
Blew off the TV,
threw off the paper,
threw away our paper,
went to the country,
went to the country,
built us a home,
built us a home,
had a lot of children,
had a lot of children,
fed 'em on peaches,
fed 'em on peaches. They all found Jesus on their own.
we blew off the TV,
Blew off the TV,
threw away our paper,
threw away our paper,
went to the country,
went to the country,
built us a home,
built us a home,
had a lot of children,
had a lot of children,
fed 'em on peaches,
fed 'em on peaches. They all found Jesus on their own. They all found Jesus on their own. And I almost lost my pick.
Yeah.
I did that one time. It was flying across the room, so hopefully that won't happen today. So I've got to keep pushing them on.
All right.
Well, once they hurt, then they're on right. So, go ahead.
All
Andrea.
right, our next one is a medley of several short little tunes, and it starts out with 5'2", which was composed by Ray Henderson in 1925. Some say it was even written and the music put together in 1914. It was recorded in 1925 by the California Ramblers, and it also was part of the Great Gatsby movie, and it was also sung by Bing Crosby. The next one is Ain't She Sweet, and the lyrics were done by Jack Yellen in 1927, so it was very popular, of course, during the Roaring '20s. The last one is Yes Sir, That's My Baby, and that was actually written about a mechanical pig toy, and it was made famous by Eddie Cantor in 1925. Plus, at the end, there's another verse which you don't know.
And it will be a surprise.
Yes. 5'2", eyes of blue, but oh, what those 5 foot could do. Has anybody seen my gal? 5'2", eyes of blue, oh, what those 5 foot could do. Has anybody seen my gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose, flapper, yes sir, one of those. Has anybody seen my gal? Now if you run into a 5'2", covered in fur, diamond rings and all those things, bet your life it ain't her. But could she love, could she woo, could she coo? Has anybody seen my gal? Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Yes, ma'am, we've decided. No, ma'am, we won't hide it. Yes, ma'am, you're invited now. By the way, when we reach the preacher, I'll say, Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Ain't she sweet? I see her walking down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice? I see her walk her once or twice. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? Just cast an eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my, ain't that perfection? I repeat, don't you think she's kinda neat? Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? 5'1", where's he gone? Maybe he's run off with Juan. Has anybody seen Miguel? Is he basked? Didn't ask. Drinks his sherry by the cask. Has anybody seen Miguel? Now if you come upon a 5'1" covered in hair, don't be fazed, avert your gaze, better not to stare. Hairy chest, wears a vest, not a girl like all the rest. Has anybody seen Miguel? Looks like Heston in El Cid, sorts Atletico Madrid. Has anybody seen Miguel? Now if you chance upon a 5'1", gives you the eye, turn your back, 'cause it's a fact, never lets a day go by. Garlic breath, lives on meth, nearly scares me half to death. Has anybody seen Miguel? Slick back hair, bad persona, once had a drought for Barcelona. Has anybody seen Miguel? Has anybody seen? Has anybody seen? Has anybody seen Miguel?
Judy, how do those buttons, what do the buttons on your, how does that work
Okay.
together?
If I would not press the button, this is what you would hear. So when you press a button, there's little felt pads in there, and it pushes down the strings that you do not want to hear. So this is a C. G, A. But if I didn't press them, you would always get that.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
So her buttons actually do what my fingers on the
That's
ukulele.
right.
If I want to play a G, I press down certain keys in certain places, or a C and stuff. So I'm doing it with my fingers, and she's doing it with buttons,
With
but
the
she's
buttons.
still strumming.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Our next song, everybody should know. It's called "All God Creatures Have a Place in the Choir," or "All God's." Some people say critters, but it can be either one. And it was composed by Bill Staines, who was a folk musician and a songwriter from New England. And it was made kind of famous and known by Peter, Paul, and Mary, and also the Celtic Thunders.
And if anybody knows the chorus.
Yes, if you know the chorus, "All God
You
Creatures
wanna
Got a
sing
Place
with
in the
us?
Choir," and want to sing
You
with
can do
us,
it.
go right ahead.
Okay. Yep. 1, 2, 3.
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands and applause for anything they got now. Listen to the top where the little birds sing on the melodies with the high notes ringing, and the hoot owl cries over everything, and the blackbird disagrees. Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day, and the little duck quacks and he's on his way, and the otter hasn't got much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands and applause for anything they got now. bugs and the cats, they take up the middle, while the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles, the donkey brays and the pony neighs, and the old gray badger sighs. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom, where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do, and the old cow just goes moo. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. It's a simple song, a living song everywhere, by the ox and the fox and the grizzly bear, the dopey alligator and the hawk above, and the sly old weasel and the turtle dove. Everybody here is a part of the plan. We all get to play in the great critter band, from the eagle in the sky to the whale in the sea, one great symphony. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now.
Who doesn't like garlic? Raise your hand. Everybody loves garlic. Did you know that garlic is one of the most ancient vegetables, and it's been around for 7,000 years? Now, I don't know how they know that, but that's what the book says. Okay. And garlic was actually used in Greece on the Olympic athletes as the first performance-enhancing drug. So today we thought we'd sing a song to you about garlic. It's called the Garlic Waltz. There are spices and vegetables that you can grow. Some are under the ground, some are tall. Though they all have their qualities, this you must know, that the garlic's the best of them all. The Egyptians, Phoenicians, Vikings and Greeks, Babylonians, the Danes and Chinese, on their voyages took enough garlic for weeks that their enemies died on the breeze. Woo-wee! Since biblical times on all parts of the earth, it's cured countless sufferings and ills. If we only knew what the garlic is worth, we would throw out our poisonous pills. With selenium, germanium, allicin too, it can fight off all kinds of disease. So if you've got arthritis,
TB or the flu,
say, peel me a garlic clove, please. In Bulgaria's mountains and Russia's white plains, people live to 100 years old. It's true, for it's the juice of the garlic that runs in their veins. It's worth twice its weight in pure gold. Plant cloves in your garden to keep out cutworms and other bad things that kill plants. If you're one of those people concerned about germs, you can drop one or two in your pants. There are spices and vegetables that you can grow. Some are under the ground, some are tall. Though they all have their qualities, this you must know, that the garlic's the best of them all. Yes, the garlic is best of them all.
I gotta go.
So do I.
Okay, let me take a drink.
I got appointments.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, my fingers are red.
I wish you well. I wish you well.
This next song, you're going to know the melody. You probably all learned it in grade school. Do you remember the song Grandfather's Clock?
Yep.
Okay, that's going to be the melody today, but it's not going to be the words. Anyhow, and did you know, I just found this out, that the term grandfather's clock really didn't come into existence until after this song. So once this song was written, then all those big, long, tall clocks were labeled grandfather clocks. But today, we aren't going to sing about Grandpa's clock, we're going to sing about his rooster. So the name of this song is Grandfather's Cock. My grandfather's cock was a Rhode Island red that was hatched on the day he was born. It cock-a-doodle-doo just as he went to bed, and it made a great row until dawn. It would crow before dawn from the day that he was born, till he was a complete nervous wreck. But it dropped dead, never to grow again when he wrung its neck. 90 years without slumbering, cock-a-doodle-doo. That cock never ceased to sing, cock-a-doodle-doo. But it dropped dead, never to grow again when he wrung its neck. My grandfather said he could stand it no more, and he must put a stop to that cock. So he went into town to the general store, and he bought a tall pendulum clock. He set the alarm in a manner cool and calm, then he strode to the yard without check. And the cock stopped, never to grow again when he wrung its neck. 90 years with insomnia, cock-a-doodle-doo. That gets on your nerves, cock-a-doodle-doo. But it dropped dead, never to grow again when he wrung its neck. The very next day it was baked in its skin, and it tasted just fine without doubt. With a handful of sage and an onion within, and some nice roast potatoes without. But then with a moan, Grandpa choked upon a bone, and he fell stony dead on the floor. And the ghost of his cock could be heard far below as he welcomed its master once more. And now for eternity, cock-a-doodle-doo, he'll hear that infernal ditty, cock-a-doodle-doo, as it grows on, never to stop again until doomsday. So if I miss a chord, it's because
That's all right.
I'm cramping on this finger.
We'll
I'm
just keep
so
going.
sorry.
I do that too.
Oh,
Sometimes I
man.
do that on the flute, but
Really?
I do it on the uke too.
Wow, I do it on the dulcimer, but it's on the pinky, but this
That's
is
the
one
same thing on
today.
my flute.
Is it the pinky? Yeah, today it's the ring finger, so.
All right, our
Okay.
next song is a favorite of mine. It's called I Said My Pajamas and Put on My Prayers. And it was written in 1949. It was a real big hit in the 50s, done by Doris Day. And it's also been translated into Swedish. And I know the song because I used to sit on the piano bench with my mom and we'd sing it together.
I wonder what PJs is in Swedish.
I wonder.
Anybody know what pajamas are in Swedish? Okay,
Too fast.
all right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I climbed up the door and opened up the stairs. I said my pajamas and put on my prayers. I turned off the bed and crawled into the light, and all because you kissed me good night. Next morning I woke and scrambled my shoes. I shined up an egg and I toasted my news. I buttered my tie and took another bite, and all because you kissed me good night. By evening I felt normal, so we went out again. You said good night and kissed me. I hurried home and then I climbed up the door and opened up the stairs. Said my pajamas and put on my prayers. I turned off the bed and crawled into the light, and all because you kissed me good night. I powdered my hair and did up my nose. I hung up my bath and I turned on my clothes. I put out the clock and I wound the cat up tight, and all because you kissed me good night. I ran up the shade and pulled down the stairs. I curled up the rug and I vacuumed my hair. I just couldn't tell my left foot from my right, and all because you kissed me good night. By evening I felt normal, so we went out again. You said good night and kissed me. I hurried home and then I lifted the preacher and called up the phone. I spoke to the dog and to your ma bone. 'Twas midnight and yet the sun was shining bright, and all because you kissed me good night. And all because you kissed me good night.
When the finger doesn't want to move, it doesn't want to move. Okay, since we sang a song about Grandpa, it's only fair to sing one about Grandma, right? Okay. And this man, Jim Connor, wrote a letter to his grandma. Well, actually, it turned out to be a poem to his grandma. And his grandma had a boarding house, and he used to go there and stay there with his 8 cousins. So he wrote this about Grandma. And he decided he wanted to sell his guitar case, but he forgot to clean it out. So the man who bought his guitar case found this poem in the case, and he made it into a hit song, and that was John Denver. So we are going to play for you Grandma's Feather Bed. When I was a little bitty gal, just up off of the floor, we used to go to Grandma's house every month and or so. We'd have chicken pie, country ham, homemade batter on the bread. But the best darn thing about Grandma's house was a great big feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide and soft as a downy chick. Made from the feathers of 411 geese, took a whole water cloth for the tick. L.A. kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy that we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. After supper we'd sit around the fire, the old folks would spit and shoot. How we talk about the farm and the war, and Granny sing a ballad or two. I'd sit and listen and watch the fire till the cobwebs filled my head. Next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning in the middle of the old feather bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, and soft as a downy chick. Made from the feathers of 411 geese, took a whole bowl of cloth for the tick. L.A. kids and 4 round dogs and a baby that is stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Well, I love my ma, I love my pa, I love my granny and my grandpa too. I've been a fishing with my uncle, I wrestled with my husband, and I even kissed Aunt Lou. Woo! But if I ever had to make a choice, I guess it ought to be said I'd trade them all plus the guy down the road for Grandma's feather bed. I'd trade them all plus the guy down the road. Now wait a minute, maybe we ought to rethink this guy down the road thing.
Maybe?
It was 9
feet high, 6 feet wide, and soft as a downy chick. Made from the feathers of 411 geese, but a whole bolt of cloth for the tick. L.A. kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy that we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed.
Losing them on one hand and cramping on the other. Maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't be playing anymore, huh?
Our next song was a very popular song called The Unicorn, and it was written by Shel Silverstein, released in 1962, and it actually, and I didn't know this, was based on a biblical tale, Noah's Ark, from his book called Where the Sidewalk Ends. But in 1968, it was made very popular by the Irish Rovers.
A long time ago when the earth was green, there There are more kinds of animals than you've ever seen. They run around free while the earth was being born, but the loveliest of them all was a unicorn. There were green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of them all was the unicorn. Now God seen some sinning and it gave him pain. He says, stand back, I'm gonna make it rain. He says, hey brother Noah, I'll tell you what to do. Build me a floating zoo and take some green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, don't you forget my unicorn. Oh, Noah was there to answer the call. He finished with the ark and the rain started to fall. He marched in the animals 2 by 2 and he called out as they went through. Hey Lord, I got your green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but Lord, I'm so forlorn, I just can't see no unicorns. Then Noah looked out through the driving rain. The unicorns were hiding and playing silly games, kicking and splashing while the rain was pouring, all them silly unicorns. There were green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees. Noah cried, close the door! The rain is pouring, I just can't wait for no unicorns. The ark started moving and it drifted with the tide. The unicorns looked up from the rocks and they cried. The waters came down and sort of floated them away. And that's why you've never seen a unicorn to this very day. You'll see green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, you're never going to see no unicorn.
Bonnie would be upset.
Our next song is called The Ukulele Lady, and it was written by Gus Kane and Richard Whiting in 1925, but it was made popular by Arlo Guthrie. Not too fast.
I saw the splendor of the moonlight on Honolulu Bay. There's something tender in the moonlight on Honolulu Bay. And all the beaches are full of peaches who bring their ukes along. And in the glimmer of the moonlight they love to sing this song. If you like a ukulele lady like you. If you like to linger where it's shady, ukulele lady linger too. If you kiss a ukulele lady while you promise ever to be true, 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 if she sees another ukulele lady fool around with you, maybe she'll sigh an awful lot, maybe she'll cry, or maybe not. Maybe she'll find someone else by and by to sing to when it's cool and shady, where the tricky wicky wackies woo. If you like a ukulele lady like you. She used to sing to me by moonlight on Honolulu Bay. My memories sing to me by moonlight, although I'm far away. Someday I'm going where eyes are glowing and lips are made to kiss, to see somebody in the moonlight and hear the song I miss. If you like a ukulele lady like you. If you like to linger where it's shady, ukulele lady linger too. If you kiss a ukulele lady while you promise ever to be true, 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 and she sees another ukulele lady fool around with you, Maybe she'll sigh an awful lot. Maybe she'll cry, or maybe not. Maybe she'll find someone else by and by to sing to when it's cool and shady, where the tricky wicky wackies woo. If you like a ukulele lady, ukulele lady like you, ukulele lady like you, ukulele lady like you. Okay, this next one takes audience participation again, if you'd like to sing along with us. It's called Farmer's Cursed Wife. This is a traditional English folk song, and it was listed as child ballad number 278. Andrea and I don't think this is a child ballad, and I don't think I'd let my kids listen to this. So we're gonna play it for you. We want you to sing along with us, and when we're done, then you can tell us what you think, if this is a child ballad or not. But this is a rhythm that I don't play very often, so it takes me a little bit to get into it. So while I'm getting into it, just wait, and then we'll show you what to sing.
We'll sing the chorus 2 or 3 times so you can get how it goes.
Bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Sing with us.
That's the chorus.
Bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Let's do it again. Bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Okay, we're gonna start. There was an old man lived under the hill. If he ain't moved away, he's living there still, singing bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. The devil he came to the farmer one day, saying, one of your family I'll take away. Please don't take my eldest son, there's work on the farm that must be done. Singing bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. You can have my nagging wife, by heaven she's the curse of my life. So he threw the old lady up on his back, and they headed off to hell with a clickety-clack, singing bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Now he got her down to the fork in the road, said, old lady, you're one devil of a load. When he finally reached the gates of hell, said, stoke up the fires, boys, and roast her well, singing bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Come a little devil with a ball and a chain, she upped with her foot and knocked out his brains. 2 little devils came beating on the door, took off her shoes and killed 99 more, singing bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. 10 little devils came climbing up the wall, take her back, daddy, or she'll murder us all. The farmer up and he looked out a crack, said, oh my lord, he's bringing her back, singing bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. So the farmer he hid under the bed, he yanked him out by the hair of his head. Here's your wife, both sounding well, and I'll tell you what's more, she tore up hell, singing bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Now I've been a devil most of my life, but I never was in hell till I met your wife. Guess it proves women better than men, they go down to hell and come back again, singing bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Slow it down. Bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, bye, diddly-i, diddly-i, day. Okay, is that a child's ballad? I don't think so. But apparently in England they must sing that. So our next song you're all going to know, it's The Wedding Side by Side. Except that's the melody. We've got our own version. We're going to do the wedding side by side. But bear with us while we put our wedding clothes on. Okay. Yes. We'll do it. Okay.
Except for the,
Let's hope this works.
until they get to my arms part.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
I got
thank
you.
you.
Yes. Okay. Let me get a little closer here. And get ready for this. It's our day.
After doing this.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got married last Friday. The vicar said it was my day. When the crowd was gone, we settled right down, side by side. We got ready for bed, then got the shock of my life. When his teeth and his hair he placed on the chair, side by side. We got married last Friday. The vicar said it was my day. When the crowd was gone, we settled right down, side by side. We got ready for bed, then got the shock of my life. When her teeth and her hair she placed on the chair, side by side. We stood in frank amazement when a glanced eye ever so small. My arms,
My legs.
my bosom were on the chair by the wall. Oh, we were broken hearted, 'cause most of our spouses departed. So we slept on the chair, 'cause there's more of us there. Side by side, side by side, side by side, side by side. This next one, you're gonna know the melody to this also. Do you remember the cattle call?
Yeah.
It was written in 1934 by Tex Owens, and it became the signature song of Eddie Arnold. And it also became one of the top 100 Western songs of all time. Again, we're not going to sing their words. We're going to sing the Hot Saddle song. So please listen, and if you feel like you want to join in on the chorus, please do so. The hot sun is branding, the work is demanding, but such is a cowboy's lot. All day he keeps riding and sometimes confiding, oh boy, this saddle is hot. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, oh lordy, ooh, ah, whoops, gee golly, it's hot. The job must be done, the 110 in the sun, and the heat on the saddle is strong. Ooh, ah, singing the hot saddle song. He knows he must ride, so paint he will side. Just glad he ain't wearing a thong. Watch out, armadillo, you may be his pillow, singing the hot saddle song. Ooh, ah, ooh, oh lordy, ooh, ah, oops, gee golly, it's hot. If still here next summer, he'll ask for a Hummer when he's herding the cattle along. Ooh, ah, singing the hot saddle song. Ooh, ah, ooh, oh lordy, ooh, ah, oops, gee golly, it's hot. Singing the hot saddle song. Okay, so since we started with an old lady's song, we're going to finish with the older ladies' anthem. And this is a very funny tune. And we think there's no way that you can listen to it without feeling empowered, ladies. So please, I'm going to go without. Is that okay?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we are going to do the older ladies' anthem.
Okay.
You ready?
We're ready.
1, 2, 3. Well, I ain't 16, not a beauty queen. My eyes are bagging and my skin is sagging. But that's not the reason that you don't love me. Maybe that's not love. Well, I ain't 20 either, and I don't care neither. My hair is gray, and I like it that way. If that's the reason that you don't love me, maybe that's not love. If you don't think I rock, we ain't gonna roll. If you don't think I hung the moon, my heart just turned to gold. If you want a younger model, I wish you well, sweet pea. 'Cause if you can't see what it is you have, then you ain't having me. I got cellulite and aching feet. My thighs kinda jiggle when I giggle and I wiggle. If that's the reason that you don't love me, maybe that's not love. My tummy ain't tucked or liposucked. It's a little poochy, but I still hoochie coochie. That's the reason that you don't love me, maybe that's not love. I'm no longer desperate, I'll only have a man if he has the smart to see how hot that I still am. If you want a younger model, I wish you well, sweet pea. If you can't see what it is you have, then you ain't having me. Older ladies, older ladies, older ladies are divine. I got a chicken neck and I love my head. It makes a double chin whenever I grin. If that's the reason that you don't love me, maybe that's not love. I got saggy breasts that droop from my chest, pretty near hang all the way to my nest. If that's the reason that you don't love me, maybe that's not love. If you don't think I rock, we ain't gonna roll. If you don't think I hung the moon, my heart just turned to gold. If you want a younger model, I wish you well, sweet pea. 'Cause if you can't see what it is you have, then you ain't having me. Older ladies, older ladies, older ladies are divine. Older ladies, older ladies, older ladies. What are we, ladies? We are divine.